Hi, Arthur Torella here. I'm getting ready for the Leaf game tonight. Hopefully, they're going to move on to out of this little series. And anyway, I'm going through the affidavit of Miss Lavalley, the CAO of our township, and the way it's written, I don't know if she's trying to help me and get rid of Rob Lamar, or is she? Are they so incompetent that they don't realize that they're submitting the true facts of the whole situation? And they're even the fact that she's admitted I made my application May 24, 2012, and met all the most of every requirement except for hiring Rob Lamar's named friend to do my drawings. You can't make this shit up, seriously. This is that she goes on about I failed to abide by the rules in Exhibit D. Again, they put that in to confuse the judges, but I have letters sent to the other lawyers and Russell Palin and John Ewart, who literally knew I was injured and I couldn't. Anyway, the bottom line comes down to now I'm going through this, and the way she's worded this and brought this together, any judge reading this now should say, wait a minute, what more does this man have to do to get his permit? I'm going to go line by line. It's there's something like 12 pages, 20 pages, pardon me, and 49 items that she mentions. And again, this whole legal nonsense all started when Rob Lamar took me to court for failure to comply, and the issue has not, they've never brought up the fact that Rob Lamar canceled my first garage permit without acknowledging why, and the fact that and extorted 55% of my fee. Then I resubmitted it after in 2013, and Young Austin did the review and took in my permit application and the same drawings of similar design that Rob Lamar had canceled, and he issued my permit. This makes no sense. Now, that never got before a judge because Ewart and Palin were manipulating the judges, but Miss Lavalley's well-worded document here, although insanely telling the story of my 10 years of injustice and abuse that my family has suffered. Again, this is beyond belief. Now, I'm going to have to respond to each one individually, but right off the hop, they, again, misled the judges with Exhibit D, and then the fact that they've admitted I met the order to comply, which is issued May 7th, 20, and the whole issue comes down to the interpretation of what's required on my plans. And as I posted my plans, I don't know what more I can. And the fact that this second litigation came just after I filed a deputation to council seeking their help to correct and get my permit, and this would have all been over had they given my permit. Now they bring back me to court to try to make me a vexatious litigator. Well, what they've done now is opened up a can of worms for themselves, because clearly this township has some major issues with its management. How we had more in the last 5 years, we've had more incidents involving the management of the building and planning departments and his bylaw enforcement and the Building Code Act and just zoning, and he creates more chaos. And why we keep protecting him, or why the council keeps protecting him, is beyond me. Except for now, again, I'm going to do exactly what I intended. I'm going to respond to this, and I don't know how to. It's become a joke for me now. Again, I'm at my 70th year of life, and if this next judge rules against me, I'll just continue. I'm going to build everything and let them take me back to court, because clearly none of our township follows the Provincial Building Code Act or the laws. As Jerry Harden is commenting the lip service, he's telling Pigeon Lake, just do whatever you have to do. Oh, I'm going to do whatever I have to do. And come next year, the election, it's time we get rid of this council, get an investigation done of the management. And although, as I said, I'm uncertain on Miss Lavalley's how her intention was in this taking me to court, because I'm half wondering, is she trying to help me, or is she that? Well, I'll leave it at that, because my rule of thumb is always be nice and enjoy yourself, and living country style in Southwind Township. Enjoy. Leafs go tonight.